Your number one movie
So
was Evil Dead.
yeah, my number one movie was Evil Dead Rise. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the Evil Dead franchise is my favorite of all time. Evil Dead 2 uh, is my favorite movie of all time. This movie, Evil Dead Rise, had a lot. The bar was set so high for this movie for me because, like, the people that criticize stuff the most are usually the biggest fans. So this movie had so much that I wanted from it and that I was expecting from it. I knew Bruce Campbell wasn't going to be in it. That's fine. I got over that. Um, but there were a lot of other things that I was looking for from my favorite franchise of all time, you know? And this is crazy because I remember going opening night to see the 2013 Evil Dead. It's been 10 years since that one. So I really hope I don't have to wait another 10 years for another Evil Dead movie. But I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 because one, I don't like doing rankings. Like I did it for you because I'm a guest on your show. But
Thank you.
if you watch any of my videos, I never rank them and I never give scores. And it's so hard. Everyone has a different variation of a 1 to 5. I think a 3 out of 5 to me is good, but another person may say 3 out of 5. Are you insane? Come on. And it's just everyone has different variations of what a 2 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 means. But if you're going to say something's a 5 out of 5, that means it's 100%. It doesn't get better. So you're putting stuff on the same level as Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, Back to the Future. You're putting it on that level. Evil Dead Rise is not Shawshank Redemption. So for me to sit here and say it's a 5 out of 5, like to me, that's just like my ego is so big because I love this movie. So I love this movie. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch it again in theaters. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna sleep with it. But this is not a 5 out of 5. It's not Shawshank Redemption or anything like that. But that being said, there were so many Easter eggs in this movie, callbacks from other movies that I was just sitting there like I don't drink coffee, but if I did drink coffee, I can only assume that my body would just like shake if I had like 8 cups of coffee. And I'm sitting here like just shaking in the movie out of pure excitement and joy when they say certain lines or certain visuals. Like it was the most fun I've had in a movie in such a long time, and it definitely lived up and exceeded my expectations of this franchise.
Now, see, I have not seen any of the Evil Dead franchise. I find though that people that are huge movie fans seem to be huge fans of the Evil Dead franchise. So I respect the success of the franchise going back. And it's funny that you mentioned Shawshank Redemption because now I'm picturing a smash up of a crossover of a film, sort of like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I'm, I'm picturing all of
Vincent in
the
jail.
characters from Shawshank running from the zombies in Evil Dead Rise. I'm picturing I'm picturing Morgan Freeman in the voiceover booth delivering one of his great Morgan Freeman voiced baritone voice lines, and then being like, "No, get out of here!" and the zombies interrupting him in the voiceover booth. That'd be such a great crossover movie. Yeah, I've not
Did you get
seen.
a chance to see this movie?
I did not. No, I'm not a huge horror fan in general, but I do respect any kind of success where the franchise can live on for decades and decades, and the fact that so many big huge film fans love this franchise in particular, and the fact that the fact that Evil Dead and Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi have become synonymous with each other, that we get Bruce Campbell as a cameo in the first Spider-Man movie when Sam Raimi directs that,
All
and
three Spider-Man movies.
yeah, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness too. He was the guy
And
selling.
the Wizard of Oz movie that Sam Raimi did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about So
Like you're right. They go hand in hand with each other. Like when you watch a new Sam Raimi movie, you almost expect a cameo from Bruce Campbell.
and this is one of those films too. The Evil Dead franchise it's one of those franchises that people talk about in movies. So when you have a movie, generally speaking, about high school kids or college kids that are huge cinephiles, and they get into an argument about whether something happened in an Evil Dead movie, and that's the character, that's the virtue signaling of those characters being huge movie fans. This is one of those franchises that makes it into other films as a talking point, as something that true movie fans really know what they're talking about as characters in films. Well, we could have them talking about Evil Dead franchise. This is one of those that is so ubiquitous amongst movie fans that it can make it into other
Yeah, it's
films.
so synonymous. This is a franchise that's been going on since 1981, and it's still, in my opinion, is going strong because we had such a great opening with Evil Dead Rise. And I mean, even the people behind making the movie, Warner Brothers, the production company, this was supposed to be straight to streaming. It was supposed to go to HBO Max, which I was just happy that we were getting a new Evil Dead movie. So if it went to HBO Max, if it went to Amazon Prime, whatever, I was going to watch it no matter what. But they looked at the movie and said, this is great. We can't just waste it on HBO Max. Let's make some money. Let's put it out in theaters. They gave it an upgrade.
Absolutely, and because of that, I think we're all benefiting from that decision to actually make money, which is kind of weird considering HBO Max just wrote under the whole Batgirl movie just as a tax write-off. So
It
the
didn't
fact
meet
that
their
they were able,
standards, apparently.
yeah, the fact that they were actually able to recognize this as a potential moneymaker is a testament to them recognizing actual good movies.